young, I'm private jets, taking trips. I'm back at 6, wake me and your child. And then won't lay today, make me wonder who you might have been playing with. Makes me wonder who.
Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. If this is your first time seeing this face, my name is Ife. I'm a pharmacist and this channel is all about health and wellness. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you for sticking around and supporting this girl. I know it's been a long time, but I'm back. In this video, we're gonna explore various vagina smells, their causes and treatments. You know, I've seen a lot of young women more pressures on themselves, saying their vagina is supposed to smell like probably a rose petal from a flower shop or some sort of Arabian perfume, but it's not meant to be so. I think this pressure might be coming from social media or TV shows or their friends or wherever, but then it's not meant to be so. The vagina does have a smell and it's so unrealistic to expect it to smell like the most expensive fragrance you've got. And that brings me to the question, why does the vagina have a smell? Well, it all has to do with the pH of the vagina. You know, pH tells us how acidic or alkaline something can be. The pH of a normal vagina is somewhere around 3.5 to 4.8. So the vagina is moderately acidic, and this is because of the presence of the bacteria that lives in the vagina, known as the lactobacilli. Some of the things that can alter the pH of the vagina include sex. Yeah, semen can alter the pH of the vagina. Blood during your period, there can be an alteration in the pH of the vagina. And finally, infections. The first smell I'm going to talk about is fishy smell. There are two things that can cause this fishy smell. One is Trichomonas vaginalis and second one is bacterial vaginosis. Trichomonas vaginalis is usually sexually transmitted. That means it can be transferred from one person to another. It usually presents with painful urination, itching, and vaginal discharge that has this fishy smell. It can be treated. It's usually treated with oral antibiotics. The second one is, or whether oral or injectable, so it's usually treated with antibiotics. The second one is bacterial vaginosis. Bacterial vaginosis is sexually associated in the sense that it cannot be transferred from one person to another, but then if you're sexually active, you're likely to have bacterial vaginosis. Another thing that can cause this bacterial vaginosis is douching. So if you're someone that douches, you're likely to have it, and this is because there is an imbalance in the level of microorganisms in the vagina. So when this happens, the pH of the vagina is altered and then the smell changes. It also can be treated with antibiotics, either oral, injectables, or however. So whenever you have any of these symptoms or this kind of smell, do well to consult your doctor or your pharmacist or your healthcare provider and get yourself treated. The second smell is rotten smell. It does smell like rubbish. I'm not here to scare anyone, but yeah, it actually does smell like rubbish. And this is usually, you know, you can experience this when you forget your tampon. I'm sure you'll be wondering, do people forget their tampons? Yeah, it happens more often than you think. Say you're having a heavy flow and then towards the end of your period, the flow became low and then you forgot to change your tampon. Over time, the pH changes and the smell then changes. So another instance is, say you have sex while your tampon is inside and then it gets missing. It gets lost inside the vagina or somewhere around the cervix, but then it can be found and it can be removed. I know it can be very embarrassing to present to the clinic and say, I think I forgot my tampon inside my vagina. Oh darling, you don't have to worry. If that's the case, just take whatever embarrassment away and present yourself and tell them and get yourself checked and have it removed. The next one I'm going to talk about is Coy Smell. Now this one usually occurs during your period. It's usually described as metallic smell, and it does make sense because, you know, blood contains iron and iron is metallic. Then this smell usually goes away when your period is over. Another instance where you can have this kind of Coy smell is, say you have sex while the vagina is dry, and then it causes this tiny cuts or bruises that lets blood linger around the vagina or vulva or lip of the vagina for a long time, and then to perceive this kind of corporate smell. So if that's your case, if you're having vaginal dryness during sex, try to use a suitable lubricant. The next smell is yeasty smell. Now, this is usually caused by vaginal thrush, and thrush is very common amongst women. Every woman is going to experience it at different stages of their life. Yeast normally resides in the vagina, but then when there's a change in pH, there can be an overgrowth, and then it can cause problem. So it usually presents with this vaginal smell that is usually vaginal discharge that is usually lumpy, usually appears like a cotton cheese. Itching can make you cause a lot of discomfort. So when this is the case, you don't have to worry so much. Just consult your healthcare providers and tell them what you're facing. In most cases, it's treatable with antifungals, either oral tablets, topical creams that you can apply, or pastries. Now, please do not mix this up. I've seen a lot of persons say to me, "Oh no, I didn't know I was supposed to take this one this way." Please don't get yourself confused. Whenever you're not sure on how to take your medications, the direction for use, always ask. There's no harm in asking. Always ask and be sure. Don't mix it up. Don't take oral tablets and inside them inside the vagina, or take pastries and swallow them. No, don't get things mixed up. Just always ask and get yourself and be sure of what you're using and how to use them. Now, the next one I'm going to talk about is Yeasty Smell. This one usually smells like body odor, and usually occurs, say you exercise or you sweat, or probably you're anxious, anything that can trigger sweat, and then moisture is retained in the vagina. And this moisture that is retained, they tend to mix with bacteria living in the vagina and then cause this yeasty smell. But then it goes away when you've had your shower. The last one is bleachy smell. It often smells like ammonia, and this can be as a result of leakage of urine. I think some pregnant women usually experience this at some stage of pregnancy, where you notice that there's leakage of urine. If this is your case, always inform your midwife or your doctor and get yourself treated, because most times it requires further investigation. It can also be caused by urine infection, and if that's the case, it will be treated with antibiotics. What are the top tips to keep your vagina healthy? 1. Practice safe sex. Use condoms. Avoid douching. Maintain proper hygiene. Try to take your shower regularly. Then do not wipe from back to front. Always try to wipe from front to back, because if you wipe from back to front, you're most likely gonna introduce bacteria that are resident in the anus into the vagina. You know, in the anus, they're comfortable, they are feasting, they're having fun, they're partying, and then you take them away from their comfort zone and introduce them into a new environment, and they're like, "Ooh, what am I doing here?" And in the case of finding out what they're doing there, they tend to cause problems for you. So please wipe from front to back. So young ladies, do not mount pressures on yourself. It is very okay. It's absolutely fine for the vagina to have a smell, a mild smell. But then if you notice that you're having some of these characteristic smell that I've described, or presenting with any of those symptoms, kindly inform your doctor, your pharmacist, or your healthcare provider, and get yourself properly checked and be treated. And that brings me to the end of this video. Please kindly subscribe to this channel to get more health tips. Like and share to anyone you know that might need this information. If you've got any question or any other topic you want me to talk about, kindly drop it in the comment section, and I'll gladly talk about it, and I'll gladly answer your questions. Thank you guys for listening. Bye.